let me turn the monitor off. Okay, they're cropping your versions and giving you a dual stream along with your normal stream, so you can have live interactions in that sense. So it's kind of cool, I guess. I guess it's cool. Some people would think it's cool. I don't know how to minimize, well, OBS, and then I want the Firefox, that one there. Okay. All right, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. All right, let's see. Okay, so what we're going to do is talk about some of the work that I did on the Handmade Hero day 2, and I'm going to mess around with trying to do a little test of it myself. So, I don't like the camera there. I'm going to put the camera back over to the right side there, and the chat right there, and we'll just have to deal with it because otherwise it's just it's really annoying to try to do it that way. I want this on. Can I get this always on top? No. There we go. So there's that. Wish we could pin that to. There it is, always on top. Now it's always on top. So once we start getting some chats in, they'll be going there. Let us begin. So, to begin, I'm going to open Remina, and we're going to connect to our Windows 7 machine here. Connecting. All right, so I'm connected to the Windows 7 machine now. I will actually add a current version of the MSDN because the black background is really hard probably to see for the chat window. So I'm going to go ahead and close this, and this is where we kind of left off on the day 2. What Casey did is helped us set up with a creating the main window callback, which is used for the window class. We created our window class struct, gave it some styles, created the callback function for it. Obviously the instance is the instance passed in from main, and we give it some class name, and then we registered it, and which should always happen successfully. Then we created a window handle here, and we use that window handle to do a loop for any messages that are coming back from message result when we pass in the message pointer here. And then when the message result comes in, he talked about the translate message and the dispatch messages. We put in some to-dos, and then at the top here we have the paint method, which takes, the paint block on the switch statement, and that takes in or uses the begin paint function, which takes in a pointer to the paint struct and returns the device context, and then that allows you to get the rectangle from the paint struct and get the X and Y, setting the X and Y coordinates, and then blitting the paint onto there using the pat blit function, and then calling npaint. So if we were to run this, so we'll run it in Visual Studio, and if I start the application, we'll see all we simply have here is a window that we can size, resize, kind of go up and down on that, and then you see each time we resize it, we do get our messages that are being handled by the Windows, what is handling it? By the translate message and then dispatch message point in there. So this is in my Remina desktop, and what I've created is a connection to a Windows 7 virtual machine. My Windows 7 virtual machine is running on a Proxmox. Let me just log into that real quick. It's running on a Proxmox PV where I have all of my home lab stuff. So I have a lot of stuff for using Ars network, some news article readers, different Debian. I have a VM for Debian, and I have my VM for Windows 7 here. I played around with Home Assistant a little bit. But what I've done, I've given Windows 7 6 gigs of RAM and 3 CPUs. And kind of this is my load on my full network. The full Proxmox VM is 8 CPU i7 7700, and it's got 16 gigs of RAM. This is enough for us to run Jellyfin, to do a good little home lab for setting up for coding and other things as needed. So yeah, so that's my Windows 7 VM, and I have it set up to best match the truthfulness to what Casey was doing when he was originally doing the videos. So if people are joining, they can see that as well. Let me just go to YouTube and make sure my stream is even running right now. It shouldn't be running. Where is it at? Your videos. What's this say? Okay, here's stream. Your videos. It should be live right now. Live. Yeah, it is live. There's no viewers, so whatever. It's just we'll work with that and continue on. Okay, so what I wanted to do now is I wanted to go back into the Windows 7 machine, and I want to, how many starts do I have? Oh yeah, okay. Windows 7 machine, and I want to I want to change this. I want to put a rectangle in the middle of it first, painting. I want to try to paint in like a rectangle in the middle of that, and then kind of play around with some stuff. So let's see. So because what I would like to have a rectangle, and then I'd like to, as I change the window, because it gives you that information as I change the size of the window, I would like the rectangle to also change. Okay. All right, so we don't have window closed yet. That's going to be on day 3, I guess he says. Oh, I wanted to point out something real quick too. If you're not following my blog, please do, because along with my videos, I'm going to do some blogging. So I have my, where can you view it? So you can view, where do I view it at? View. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there's my blog, and it's called Bytes and Bits, and it's just walking through. So I did a day 1 walk through kind of what I learned in it, and I would like to do that for each day as I'm learning this stuff. As you can see, I started to edit the post for day 2 yet. Haven't got a whole lot in there, but after the stream as well, I might grab some video clips from the stream and put them in there. You never know. So for the stream, I'm probably going to do about an hour or so, hoping that some people will join it, and let's see if they do. Okay, so back to the, oh, I don't really like the, let me look up something real quick, because I don't really like the way GNOME is. GNOME shell, the GNOME shell flatten the Alt Tab choices. I wish I could show you what it looks like with when you currently Alt Tab stuff. So I'm asking ChatGPT here real quick. When you're using the Alt Tab, it groups everything together. But then I guess I could use my keyboard to do it. I guess it's not too bad. Let me see. Go to switch window background, disable switch, stop grouping, terminal equivalent. So settings keyboard. So let's do settings. Let's see how good ChatGPT was with this one this time. Settings keyboard. Keyboard. View and customize shortcuts. Navigation. Set switch windows equals Alt Tab. Set switch windows backward. Disable clear. This is the standard way of grouping. Switch applications equals Alt Tab. Set switch windows backward. Switch windows directly. Disable clear switch windows. Always ChatGPT. Always wrong, dude. Always wrong. Okay. So we're just going to say that was not helpful at all. And I can do it through, I see now that I can do it through the keyboard shortcuts. So that's fine. All right, back in here. So let's close back here. I can't see too well the view for you guys here. Make this smaller. Oh yeah, perfect. Perfect. Okay. So I'm not sure if that's big enough. If the font is big enough, let me know. If not, I can make it bigger. So we're here in the, so we have our struct here, and we want to create, so that's the rectangle size that it is creating its whiteness and blackness. Patblit. Let's look at the documentation for Patblit. What I wanted to do is I'm going to open up a Firefox here, and it's going to be a tab outside. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do something here. I'm going to try to do MSDN documentation, technical documentation. Let's do Patblit. Function Patblit. Okay, so I have the function here. That's fine. I'm going to put this window as a window source. Let me add this as a window capture, screen capture. Is there a window capture? Screen capture, docs. Give me 1 second. Window, yeah. Window. And it is Patblit function. Okay. So now I have a window capture. I'm going to put it over here for using it. And then for here, and then the chat needs to go under the chat. So the chat goes on top of that always. And we'll do like that. So when I go back into Remina and okay, so desktop, docs above desktop. There we go. And chat above docs. Okay. So now you guys can see that as an additional window, but it's not covering up Emacs, and that might work. Okay. So now I need to go back to the Paplet function. And then to Remina. There we go. All right. Okay. So Paplet function paid specified rectangle using the brush that is currently selected in the specified device context. So the specified rectangle. So I was able to get a begin paint. So if I want another rectangle, right? So if I want another rectangle, let's say I want it. Let's do HDC inner context. Inner context. Do I need another struct though? Let's do another struct. Let's do, whoops. Paint inner, forward. Let's do paint inner. And then what this is going to do is give me, it's the same one. So I want int height inner equals height minus, let's say we want it to be 200. Int width inner equals width inner minus 200. Int x inner equals x minus 200. Int y inner equals y minus 200. I don't even know if this is the right stuff. And then I have Paplet again, right? So let's kill Paplet that one again. But we're going to do inner context. Delete. And we have an x inner, y inner, height inner, and width inner. And this one we want blackness. So I want a black rectangle, right? So, and then we gotta do end paint again for window and the pointer to the paint inner. So I don't know if this is right or not. I mean, that's not what we're doing right now. I'm just kind of playing around, seeing if I can get it to work. Inner context. Find that error. Inner context. I spelled it wrong. Inner context. Okay, and then what else is it? In paint is, that's wrong too. Paint inner. Okay. So let's recompile. Uninitialized with inner used. With inner. Oh. Yeah. This was not initialized. That would have given us an issue. Thank you, compiler, for catching that for me. Okay, so that worked. So now we can go back here, run it again. So, do I get a paint whiteness? No, I don't. I get weirdness. Why? Okay, so I have another. Padlet. Okay, so what did I do? 2 paint strokes. It must be. So let's look at the documentation. So we have the Padlet specifies rectangle using the brush is currently selected. The brush color and surface are combined using specified raster operations. The raster operation code can be one of the following. Oh. Well, whiteness and then blackness. Do I need to put these up here? Points to specified rectangle using the brush that is currently selected into the specified device context. The brush color and the surface color or colors are combined by using the specified raster operations. Well, I don't understand that. Let's look up the documentation for MSDN begin paint. Begin paint prepares a specified window for painting and fills a paint structure with information about the painting. Pointer to the paint structure that will receive painting information. The paint structure contains information for application. Information can be used to paint the client area of a window owned by the application. A structure that specifies the upper left and lower right corners of the rectangle in which a painting and device units relative to the upper left corner of the client area. Finds a rectangle by the coordinates of its upper and left. Okay, so Padlet function. End paint. Oh, I think maybe I just want to put the end paints. Let's try that. Let's try. Recompile. Okay. Let's try it again. F5. That didn't do it either. So we're gonna, oops. See. We're gonna figure this out. So I have a paint struct, device context, inner context, height. How many begin paints and end paints can you have? Let's go back to begin paint. So what if I just do the white or the blackness, I guess. What's comment? Comment line. Control C, control, okay. So, with device context. Let's see. There we go. Let's compile down here. Maybe some warning. Oh, no warnings? Okay. Then let's try again. And we'll run it. Okay, so why doesn't it even do blackness? Huh. Blackness. Oh, look at that. I got these wrong. It's supposed to be width and then height. Oh, shoot. Okay. So I wonder if that is the problem. Do you wonder? Do you wonder on a tree? Okay, so it's still not painting blackness. Okay, device contacts. Device contacts. Device contacts. Unused. What? Why is it? is the debug? When does so many? Why am I not able to see? Height 0. So I'm not getting a. I'm not getting a. I'm not getting a struck. Look at that. My head is cut off. I'm not getting a struct there. Okay, let's see. Where is case WM? Unable to read the memory. Why am I not able to see the memory? Stack window. Unused. What the fuck? Okay. Do I have any issues in my code? Switch message. Oh. Yeah, I'm not. Okay. That would be in syntax error. Size, destroy, activate. Translate message, dismiss message. Coffee's getting cold. I'm almost hungry too. No views. Zero views. Plantlet function. Begin paint. Begin paint. Handle for the device context. So I just what's the message? Message. Message is 43092. Message is 15. Let's see what message is. MSDN. Get message. Mm-hmm. WM paint message. WM paint message number. Zero? Whoa, okay. 15, 75, 15, 275, 15, 275. We're just gonna be in a loop here? $15? No, it's not 6. No. Don't want that. Hmm. Positional breakpoint. My wife is calling me. One moment here. Position. Still streaming, no joiners, but streaming anyways. Okay. Okay, whatever. Oh, window is not. Did I not have in my proc? Main window proc. Register and window class. Trying to figure this out. Why? So it's there then. Okay, cool. window class, window class, window class. Okay, each instance is null. It's instance, okay. Alright, and then I set it afterwards, okay. Boom, boom, okay. Now we have H instance. Handmade Hero. Yeah. Class name. Register class. If window handle. Message is nothing right now. Bool message result. Now message is something. Message is 4032. Translate message. What did message get translated to? 4032. Dispatch message. And we want to here. Dispatch message. Messages 0F. Okay, now we got a message. Switch the message is 15, which is paint. Okay. And our window is unused. Window cast, long fire. Struct. Why is it unused? Okay, so next. Device context. Why would I be doing that? Okay, everybody. That's it for this stream. I'm going to debug this and then I will post in the chat what the results of it are. And thanks for joining. We'll continue on at a later time.